Hello world, Jacob here. I have another project for you. This time it was even bigger than the previous projects I had. This one is a unification of the MCP and the CLI for NotebookLM. And there were some reasons for doing that. One of them is it took a lot of my time to maintain each one separately. And they were a little bit slightly different architecture. One was a little bit more advanced. I was planning to add a lot of features that the community requested, including file upload, file download, sharing notebooks, selecting sources when you create a studio, creating notes, just to say the least, and of course, to refactor and make this even better than before. So I decided to first start by combining these two projects into one. So if you previously installed it, you will need to uninstall the previous ones, and there are instructions how to do that. But the installation is, again, a simple line. You run UV or pip or Pipx or UVX, whatever you prefer. And upon first launch, it will detect if you have any profiles. So it will help you a little bit to avoid re-entering this. But once you will see the feature list, I think you're going to like it. There's a lot of great things beyond the re-architecture, which is the boring stuff. Nobody cares about it, but it's better. Let me show you what we added in the changelog. I'll start from when I started work on it earlier this week. Codename Cancun Wind. That's the codename I gave this because I started to work on it while on vacation in Cancun. Don't worry, it's like I did it overnight and early morning when the family was sleeping. So I was not sitting with my laptop on the beach like a weirdo. Anyways, few of the things I added. So obviously it's unified package. I added file upload. I added download operations and also added notes. So you can be able to create notes, import, delete, list, sharing of notebooks. So now you can share, check the status and share the notebooks. Just ask the AI. Just like I showed in the past, if you're using MCP, you can use Claude Code or Claude Desktop or even Perplexity Desktop. And another element, multi-profile authentication. This is a big one. I worked hard to make this happen. So now you can create multiple profiles for different accounts, one for work, one for personal. This one, it was really cool because as I was using the CLI, I find myself sometimes using the noun first or verb first. So you can see the examples. So you could do NLM notebook list or NLM list notebook. I kind of sometimes wanted to do this, or sometimes I forgot what was the syntax. So I said, why not support both, right? So here we go. Why choose? The same thing for the MCP and the CLI. If you don't know which one to choose, just have both of them and just let the AI decide which one it will want to use. And by the way, I warn you, AIs like to use MCP over CLIs. That's what they're designed, and they see the great value. But I show you what I did. I added a skill, agent skill, which will help the AI to get the maximum value of this. This is the skill I mentioned. You will have support out of the box for Claude Code, Cursor, Gemini CLI, Codex, Open Code, Anti-Gravity, and of course for everything that I haven't put built in because more and more tools support agent skills. I added ability to export as just a folder, and I'll show you how to do that. And I improved the MCP. I changed a lot of elements there, and obviously a lot of contribution from the community. So thank you for everyone who contributed. Thank you. Research improvement and a lot of stuff, obviously with a massive refactor. And I actually was able to reduce the amount of tools. A lot of things, and I'm sure there will be a lot of issues. This was a major refactor and probably rough around the edges. So if you see anything, just open a PR or open an issue. I will do my best to fix it as soon as possible. Let me show you what you can do. So let's start with the CLI. So obviously, if I'll do the help, you can see all the information here, a lot of stuff. Added some of them, again, it's the verb and the noun. That's why it looks a lot. I also added install completion. So now you can actually use some sort of a tab commands to install. So let's do that. So NLM install completion. Okay, so actually let's source should happen now. Okay, so if I'll do NLM skill, for example, and do tab, you can see automatically it shows me what is the next command. So let's see, what do I have on skills installed right now? So here's a table that shows you which skills are installed and which skills are not. And you can see all the tools I'm supporting out of the box. It knows exactly the path. You have the ability to define if you want the skill to be installed on a project level, for example, on a specific folder you're working, or if you want to install it on the user level. And the tool will show you that in the table. And also has some sort of mechanism. For example, let's say I want to do skill install, and let's do open code because I don't have it installed. So you see, it detected I don't have it. It doesn't see the path, and it will say either install it or select a user level to install it locally. I will just select cancel. I need to install open code immediately. I'm so ashamed I don't have it installed already. So that's for the skill. What else can you do? So let me show you example of the file. I think the biggest one, the most requested in many forums, and I got a lot of notes and feedback from users directly and on Reddit. It was awesome. And a lot of people requested the ability to automatically upload and download files. So let's try that. So let me go in, actually let's load Claude. And yep. So now I'm going to first make sure Claude can see the skills. So the skill is called NLM skill, obviously. And it will read it. Oh, look at that. I'm about to finish my weekly for Anthropic. It's okay. I'll try to be minimal today. So you can see it's detected, asking what's going on. So let me ask it, can you look for the quantum notebook? So now it's going to search for it, let it do its thing. Okay, so I have quantum. Okay, I want you to download the video overview, the audio overview, and the presentation. Also download the infographics. Oh, I should have told them probably where to download it to. So I don't know. I have no idea well it's going to do this. I'll probably tell it to move to some sort of directory, but it will probably, let me see, it's having some issues. Okay. So obviously I need to update the skill. It's doing something wrong, but it's still downloaded. And the PDF, come on, you can do the PDF, do it again. There we go. And it's doing the PNG. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it downloaded the 4 files. Now I'm going to ask it to upload them. And you notice that I didn't touch any of the UI today. So please create a new notebook. Call it YouTube Upload Demo. And then upload the MP4, the MP3, and the PDF to that notebook. So let's see. So if I'll go into my NotebookLM, I think it's, let me sure it's doing it. Okay, so it's starting to download. So if I'll go quickly into my NotebookLM, this is the one I have. And let me just see if it created the notebook as I requested. So here is the notebook. Nothing is added yet. So let me just go back and see if it's doing it. Okay, so 1 was uploaded. So let's go back quickly and click on it. And there we go. Here's the MP3. This is the audio overview. This is the video overview. And I should see the PDF being uploaded. And here's the PDF uploaded. So pretty cool, right? So now let's do video overview based on these resources. So again, I'm just going to go back into Claude and ask it, can you please create a video overview and audio overview? Customize the video to non-technical audience. Use custom prompt and make it brief. Use Spanish language. Okay, let's see if it works. So as you can see, it has support for all the built-in languages. And there's a lot of other things that you can create. I can also ask it once it's doing it. And again, it's creating the video generation. Hopefully it did it in Spanish. We'll probably see that. Once it's done, you'll see the name. So there's a video and audio being created. Another thing I wanted to show you is that some of the resources that you can create in the studio, for example, reports, you can import into Docs, also Google Sheet. Also create a data table and a report in this notebook. And once it'll create, I'll show you what you can do with it. So I'm going to click enter. Please do that. And if I go back, okay, so it's creating the data table. Awesome. So let's give it a few seconds to complete. So here's the report. As you can see, it created a briefing document, which I could import into my Google Docs. And let's ask it to do that while we wait for the data report to load. Can you import the report into my Google Docs? Yeah, export, probably. That should be the right word. And okay, let's see. So did it do it? So here's the URL to open. And here is the briefing document that you just saw on NotebookLM imported into this. So that's awesome. Let's close this and let's go back into my here. Okay. And let's check the status of the data table. Is it ready? So the data table is ready. Here we go. This is the data table. I have no idea what if this table makes sense, but anyways, let's try to add it into my sheets. Can you export the data table into Google Sheets? Okay, it's attempting to do that. It's listing it, checking the status, of course, making sure it's completed and export it. So here we have it. So let's go and try to confirm it was indeed created and open link. And here is the data table that was created. So hopefully you found this useful. This is extremely powerful tool. It's not for everyone. It's more for power users, for NotebookLM, but this opens up so many automation possibilities that can blow your mind. Hopefully you'll start using it. Give me feedback. What would you like to see next? I'm working on a lot of cool other projects, so hopefully I will share information with you, but this is just something I was doing during a vacation because it's really fun. It's very addictive, all this vibe coding or vibe PMing as I like to call it. So check out this channel, like, subscribe, whatever they say on YouTube, and see you in the next video. Cheers.
AI spotlight illuminating the future of AI.